Good morning from Doha. Sorry I had to go live early this morning, but they've changed my boarding time. So I'm actually getting on the plane in like 15 minutes. So I have to quickly have a chat to you before I board my plane to, I don't even know where I'm going, Shanghai. So I've just come from Dubai and now I've got a connection in Doha. So I just wanted to talk to you quickly this morning. I've spent the week in Dubai, or I've spent 5 days in Dubai, and I've just had a lovely, lovely time. Let me know if you can hear me because I've just put my headphones in so I can talk through my headphones so that I'm not shouting down the phone in the airport. So I've just spent a lovely 5 days in Dubai, and I've got a beautiful network of people who always look after me while I'm in Dubai. I even met up with a lady, Alison, who I met on a tour in Brunei, who's an absolute champion. She took me out for dinner. We spoke about the world and religion and love and life and everything else. And, she's just testament to, the characters that I'm meeting along this journey. And it was phenomenal to catch up with her. And I've definitely been seeing her again. But what I did do while I was in Dubai, which I've been meaning to do for a very long time, is I attended the Sheikh Mohammed Centre for Cultural Understanding and a tour of the Jumeirah Mosque. And I've meant to make time to do that. I've been to Dubai a few times now, and I always end up in the desert or at a beach club or just chilling out and seeing sights of another kind. But I made the effort and I went down there this week, and I'm so, so pleased that I did because it was phenomenal. It was so good to really have that experience with the Jumeirah Mosque and with the host that we had down there. I don't know what you guys think about exploring different cultures or trying to connect with the locals, but I find, especially coming from India, it was quite easy to engage with the locals about religion, about life, about culture, because they approach me constantly for selfies, and that opens the door for me to chat to them. But in Dubai, I always find it a bit more difficult to talk to the local people. It's definitely a more reserved culture, and I think maybe 50% of that is me being shy to approach local people, and the other 50% perhaps the local people of Dubai being a bit more reserved to talking to strangers on the street, not like their Southeast Asian counterparts in Indonesia or India or Thailand, where they just come up to you and start chatting. So being able to attend the Jumeirah Mosque was really great because it provided that outlet for me to have an open conversation about Islam and Emirati culture. And I certainly know that in Dubai, non-Muslim population is not always permitted to go into the mosques, but through this centre they've opened up the doors of the Jumeirah Mosque and also the Diwan Mosque, and they run brilliant programs, cultural education programs. And what I really loved about it is they have this host, and I'm sure they've got a team of volunteers that do different hosting on different day, but the lady that we ended up with, G'day Hakma, the lady that we ended up on the day was a lady called Tracy, who is actually an English lady with a very broad Cockney accent, which I found quite funny when she got on and started chatting to us. G'day Charlie, how you going? A little bit cold in Shipley, no doubt. So basically what you do with this program is they take you through the mosque, they give you a thorough understanding of the building and, the activities that go on there. But what they also do is they have a informative chat about Islam. So, she went through the 5 pillars of Islam with us, and she explained some of the rituals and traditions of Islam to us. And what I really loved about it was the question and answer session. So I'm in a room full of maybe 100 foreign tourists, most of which I dare say were not Muslims, and we were allowed to ask questions about whatever we like. And there were some challenging questions that came up, and she handled them fabulously. And I think that certainly one of the reasons why I'm on this journey is there's some perspective out there, some skewed perception that perhaps associates Islam as being synonymous with terror, which obviously is not the case. And Tracy, the guide, courageously confronted that and explained, the fundamentals of Islam and what a peaceful religion it is, and, how all religions come with that, fundamental attitude of kindness and goodness and truth, and Islam is absolutely no different to that. And, she explained to us, a view that I certainly have and have always agreed with, that there is, assholes in every race, every colour, every religion, every country and every culture. She didn't explain them as assholes, that's me paraphrasing, but, her message of there's good and bad people in every walk of life. And unfortunately, the bad people who are associated or happen to be Muslims that are doing terrible things in the world are creating this horrible reputation for the other, 1.9 billion Muslims that, walk the planet completely peacefully like, the rest of us, and just trying to live their lives. And the Unlikely Pilgrim to me is, an opportunity for me to understand and grow, but also I think that there's definitely opportunity in the market to provide literature on all religions so that we can understand them better, and so that we can open our eyes and get rid of our blinkers and see the similarities between our faiths, the similarities between our cultures, the similarities between us as, members of humankind. And she certainly did that with, with a smile on her face, with she's very, very well informed. I really liked that she was a convert to Islam, and that she was not born into a Muslim household, because she's had that journey, she's done her research, and she's made that decision to convert to Islam and is very happy with that. She taught us how to do the ablution before you go into a mosque, and there was maybe 8 or 9 people that she, brought to the front to do that. Of course, my hand went up, so, like to get involved, and so that was really interesting as well. And the centre itself runs daily programs. They have heritage tours, they have these question and answer sessions, and I've booked myself in to explore some of their programs some more when I'm in Dubai next month, because I think it's so brilliant that, a culture or a organisation has set this up so that people like, you and me, who perhaps don't understand Islam, can go and understand it in a safe, and open forum, because it's awkward sometimes asking people about their religion. I don't find it awkward. I speak to everybody all the time about it. If you're in a place where you don't feel comfortable, then you're not going to learn, are you? So, that they're very supportive, and she addressed loads of different, questions, basic questions. She showed us how to put on the niqab as well. She explained the sore points of Islam, or the so-called sore points that some people perhaps don't understand, or who find a bit different to their culture. And she was just brilliant. She was really a credit to that organisation, and a credit to Islam and Muslims around the world, because, she's proud of her faith, and she stood up and explained it to us. And all power to her, to be honest. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. So, if you are in Dubai, get yourself down to the Sheikh Mohammed Centre for Cultural Understanding. It's a bit of a mouthful, but just Google it, or Jumeirah Mosque, Google that. That's a bit easier to find. And it's definitely well worth the trip. And I'd love to hear from you about your religion, or how you've educated people on your religion, or how you've sought education on other people's religions. You know, have you talked to a colleague? Have you got a family member who maybe follows a different faith? Hi, Jarbas. Hi, Bhargavi. Hi, Mom. Sorry, it's so early. Yeah, because I think, you know, the more and more we talk about our faiths and our cultures, the more smaller and smaller the globe's going to get in a good way. So, yeah, that's it. I just wanted to touch base with you on that. I'm on my way to Shanghai, as I mentioned, and I'm really hoping that I will be able to come to you live from Shanghai next week. But they've got the, you know, the big bad censorship on the internet, so if my VPN doesn't work, I'm going to have to upload a pre-recorded video and send it to my mate Nikki, and she'll be able to upload it for you guys. But hopefully I will be coming to you live from Shanghai next Sunday, and it'll be back at the original time. I had to change it today because I'm getting on a plane in 10 minutes and it's 1 a.m. here, and I'm a bit exhausted, which is why it's short and sweet. But yeah, get yourself down to that centre if you're in Dubai, and drop me in the comments below, you know, what you've thought, if you've attended there, because a lot of people have, or yeah, how you've explored a different religion, or how you've gained education or given education on another religion to someone, or from someone you know. So from Qatar airport, and I've managed to do this without anybody walking past, which is brilliant. Have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday, and I will see you next week. See you later, guys. God bless.